Hi there, it's Miriam with Engadget, and we're here in beautiful Portland, Oregon, driving the Chevrolet Spark EV. This is the electric version of the Spark, which is a B-segment car, very small car, 5-door hatchback. And this is a full electric version of this car. So as you can see, there's a digital readout here in the middle with battery life, and shows me whether I'm applying power or doing regen braking. Speedometer in the middle. This has a low and a high estimate, which is pretty great. The total range is about 82 miles on this car. Best case scenario, as it were. You have an entertainment system here with XM radio, as you can see. It has Bluetooth, and it has smartphone app compatibility. You can see here a bunch of apps. There is a navigation one. There's Pandora, TuneIn Radio. There's an iPhone connected right now. And if I unlock it really quickly, we can actually start these apps. And that provides you with navigation, for example, since there is no navigation built into this particular head unit. We're currently driving the kind of higher end version of this car, which has like leatherette seats and heated seats and a bunch of other features like that. But what's really unique about this car is that it's $20,000 after the $7,500 rebate from the government. And in California, you get another discount from California, and it's down to about $17,000. For a full-blown EV that can give you an 82-mile range, this is a pretty incredible price. It's a 21 kilowatt-hour battery, and it charges in about 7 hours at the most. Probably most cases you'll be around the 5-hour mark, actually. And what's amazing is that despite it being an affordable electric car, it doesn't skimp on performance in any way. So what you're looking at is 0 to 60 in 7.6 seconds. It's actually one of the fastest EV 0 to 60 on the market. And a 400 foot-pound of torque, which is kind of crazy, but of course it's very well modulated and controlled, and the gearing on this is very low. So basically you're looking at 90 miles an hour, which is the maximum speed for this vehicle. The motor is only spinning at about 4,300 RPM. So the end result is, and I'll show you this by going into sport mode, when you take off at a traffic light, you got a lot of torque, and it feels very, very fast. Here we go. Bit of torque steer, but I have to brake for this next light. So it's pretty impressive performance for $20,000, pretty much an economy car. Now the other advantage is it's around 3,000 pounds in weight, which is pretty light considering it's an EV. And the weight distribution is 50-50, so it's equal front and back, and the center of gravity is very low because the battery packs are on behind and in front of the rear axle in the floor of the car, and of course all the motors and electronics are under the hood in the front. So the end result, the net result of this is you get a car that handles really, really well, and not just comfortable handling, but also performance-wise. It turns really well. It feels really fun to drive. And so this is kind of unique. There's other EVs we've driven, many of them, the Ford Focus, the Fit EV, the Active E from BMW, obviously the Tesla Model S and the Tesla Roadster, and they're all pretty good. But for the price, really, this is a very, very unique proposition and a very, very impressive set of performance. Some areas that could use improvement are the steering. I mean, it's electric power steering. Obviously, all the accessories are driven by electric power, like the heater, etc., like a normal EV. And it's fine. It has pretty decent turning radius, it's not too light, but could use obviously some more refinement. There's a lack of road feel, really, that could be improved. The brakes are, of course, combination of hydraulic and electric regen, and it's computer modulated. You actually don't, it's brake by wire. The feedback you get through the pedal is not the feedback from the actual brakes. it's an artificially created feedback. So it's a little odd at times. There's a bit of a delay in reaction time in terms of your input and what the car actually does. And sometimes, most drivers probably won't notice, but if you're used to driving performance cars, you will find it a little bit odd. Another thing to keep in mind about the regen is that there is two driving modes. There's a drive, which I'm in right now, which when you lift off the accelerator lets you kind of cruise, just like an automatic transmission would. And then there is a low mode, and the low mode, I just put that in there. When you lift off the accelerator, it gives you some regen. This is nice if you're going down a hill, for example, but you can drive it anywhere. This is just the amount of regen that's programmed into the system rather than an actual parameter in terms of there's no transmission, so it doesn't actually do anything in terms of gearing. And the net result is that if you're used to driving stick shift, for example, being in this low mode is more natural feeling, because the car is held back when you pull back from the accelerator. It's a little bit better that way. And so as you can see, you can also change the climate here. Of course, it's also adjustable here with the temperature, for example, and the fan mode right here. And then you've got your telephone controls here for a Bluetooth device. Electric information is kind of cool. It shows you roughly how you've used your energy, driving, climate. If you've done some battery conditioning, obviously this is for our drive today. And energy info here, you can go into the history. It shows you how you've driven, and tips. So anyway, just wanted to give you some impressions on the Spark EV here in beautiful Portland, Oregon. And check out our hands-on the site at Engadget.com. Cheers.